Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rosero Network. I'm Dan. I'm joined by Rich. Hi, Rich.
Hello.
Rich, this is Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man, or Insomniac Games' Spider-Man, or Sony Spider-Man. But this is Spider-Man, and we recently played, I recently played the first few hours. And look, read it. It's so good.
Is it good?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, actually, I'm not surprised. But so many people, and God knows, there's been like 20 Spider-Man games since Spider-Man 2, and nobody's quite nailed like the traversal and all the combat and everything. But it's safe to say that Insomniac did. So this is weirdly, we've switched up the video.
Yeah.
And this is the last mission I played, and it's like a stealthy mission. So you can actually do kind of full stealth in it as well.
This already looks great.
Yeah, and like it's great because there's like you can kind of like attract people over to your web shooters and stuff like that. You can do like perch. It's so Batman-y right now.
I was going to
so
say,
Batman-y.
yeah, this looks like the Predator missions in Arkham.
And that's what I was thinking when I was playing it, and it was great. But like you can basically climb on the walls, on the ceiling, so you've got more options than the kind of the Predator challenge rooms and stuff.
If you're going to borrow from the best, right?
Yeah, and like vent takedowns and stuff like that, and this for me, I was like, holy shit, this is it. This is great. Yeah. Like the traversal, which we'll talk about in a bit, is great. But I love like stealthy kind of stuff like this, especially when it gives you the tools, like at your disposal to be able to do these kind of the cool things. But yeah, like I said, this was the last mission we did. We are in, I think it's like an auction kind of house, right? And we're following down a lead. I don't really want to talk too much about the story in this video because people want to experience it for themselves. So I'm going to ignore what's happening. But basically, you have to save a hostage by taking out everybody. Like you can distract them now. Like, it tells you whether it's a safe takedown as well, which is really cool. Like because he's spider sense.
Spider sense would yeah.
Because this is Spider-Man. He's been a Spider-Man for 8 years. So he's a professional. He's got all the gadgets and stuff like that. He's not a kid. Like he's not a kind of inexperienced kid.
He's not skinny 16-year-old Peter Parker. Nerdy.
He's a pro. He's a pro. Yeah, he's a scientist. He doesn't work at the Bugle, and he's got all these gadgets that he builds and stuff like that, which is really cool. But yeah, we jump from here to my favourite bit of the entire hands-on. Yeah. And that was just running around the city doing nothing. I will talk a little bit about these kind of things. This is one of the collectibles. This is a backpack. You get a token. Right. So in order to upgrade your gadgets and stuff like that, you get different tokens from different events. Right. So there's backpack tokens, there's challenge tokens, there's crime tokens, research tokens, stuff like that. And then in order to upgrade them, you have to have like 2 of this token, 3 of that token kind of thing. So it almost makes the open world like you have to do the kind of side activities a little bit in order if you want to upgrade your suit and stuff. But traversal, it was like so easy.
Looks glorious.
I should point out that this is B-roll as well. We weren't allowed to capture. But like you can do these stunts and stuff, and it's quite easy. You unlock them in your skill tree. You hold down 2 buttons, you move the stick, and then you can just like do that kind of crazy shit. But it's so easy. Like you're basically using 1 button for this, which is R2, and you press R2 every time you want to web, and then you can kind of flick forward by pressing X. You see the white kind of circle that keeps popping up all over the map. You can kind of perch on those. Right. So if you press R2 and L2, you fly into perch on it. Right. But if you press L2 and R2 at the same time on one of those, and as you get to it, you press X, it gives you a boost. Oh right. So like it's deceptively deep for what it is.
It looks so good, man. It looks so much fun. Yeah, like just doing this was incredible fun, and it's really cool as well because this is like Marvel New York as well. Yeah. So you've got what's it, the Santorum? What's Doctor Strange's sort of the Sanctum
Santorum, right? Yeah. You've got the Wakandan Embassy. Okay. You've got the Avengers Tower. And that's all in the city as well.
Cool.
But yeah,
Fantastic Four. Do you get those? Because they're in New York. They got the Fantastic Four tower.
I don't know, but in the presentation they said other Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether they're just talking about like Spider-Man kind of characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Spidey and Johnny Storm are mates in the comics, so it would make sense.
That'd be amazing.
They're not adhering to the MCU or anything in this, are they?
This is a new Spideyverse,
yeah,
right?
they got a complete license to do what they want.
Well, that's the beauty of Spider-Man, right? Isn't it? With all the Spideyverse, and you can do that around corners. Just press circle around a corner.
That's cool.
And the same with running up buildings as well. As you get to the top of the building, if you press X, you just kind of shoot off.
Right, that's
but you can just perch and shit and do that. That was an X kind of move. But just the traversal is top notch.
Yeah.
Right? Outstanding. Right? And I didn't really expect any less after Sunset Overdrive, which was great to kind of traverse.
Showed how fluid they could do traversal.
But they've just absolutely nailed it. In terms of like the first few hours we played as well, we played quite like most of it was story, to be honest. I love that move. That's just great. And I'll get back to what I was about to say. But this is one of the crime where you get one of the tokens. It's like almost like just an event that happens.
Sort of ambient, kind of emergent.
Yeah, emergent kind of gameplay. Yeah. Okay. And then you choose on the car, and then you kind of dodge using your Spidey sense, and you pull them out the car. And then I think once you take the dry route, which is the last one, the car kind of almost flips. You can actually miss this. I dropped it. Awesome. I dropped the car because I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, this is really cool. Yeah, anyway, so there's like hold-ups and stuff like that, like these emergent gameplay kind of events. And then bonus objectives like Batman as well. And just the combat is great. But yeah, we played a lot of story, and if the story keeps at the same kind of pace that we were playing at, then it's going to be good. I'm excited. I really enjoyed the first couple of hours. You get a focus bar as well, so you can do like finishing moves.
The only concern I have is, in Spider-Man 2, which is universally agreed to be the best one, right?
Yeah, but
you kind of did
the same shit all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, you did the story, and then you were basically doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah.
Like, do you know if there's going to be a good variation of side activities?
Well, based on there's things like you take photos of landmarks. There's like landmark tokens.
Okay.
This is one of somebody's. This is one. I think it's a Fisk hideout. This.
Okay.
Oh no! Well, before it was, and they just come in waves.
Right.
So it's a little bit like the challenge room again. Right, and then jumping forward but backwards. This is where we started. This is where you start the game.
Fisk Tower, yeah.
Yeah, you start the game trying to take down Fisk. So what we've got now is like 3-4 minutes of like infiltration, combat, and then a boss fight.
Okay.
A little bit of the boss fight.
Nice.
Because I just wanted to kind of give you.
So we're going to see Kingpin, are we?
We are.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, so in terms of variation, I think the variation will come from the fact that the combat isn't that samey. There's always stuff you can do. You can kind of launch off walls. You can, you can kind of get gadgets and upgrades that allow you to swing and then kick. You can get upgrades that allow you to like pull shit down like that. Well,
I love this environmental stuff.
Yeah, and it's there all the time as well.
Yeah.
And then you can stick them to the walls and stuff, and like it's only a one button for combat effectively.
Yeah.
Which is square, which is hit. But if you hold square, it kind of juggles them.
Yeah.
And then if you use triangle, it kind of brings you to them.
I've just realised you're in the original Spidey suit here as well.
Yeah, this is how the game kicks off before you get your new kind of thing. Cool. But yeah, I don't really want to talk so much about because it's all a story thing how you get the new suit. So it's best experienced when the game launches.
Understood.
But yeah, like in terms of the combat, it is deceptively deep, even though it's one button.
Right. Okay.
Like you can switch gadgets and play. So you got your web slingers, which kind of sticks people up, which almost like stuns them temporarily. But then you've got ones that can kind of like smash them to the wall as well.
Yeah.
And there's loads of different kind of enemy archetypes as well. Some that you can only take down. Like it's, you know what? I'm going to say it again. It's very Arkham. So like with shield guys, you have to get behind them. With guys in melee weapons, you have to. I think you have to almost like kind of pull them in. I can't remember. But then there's guys with guns and stuff like that as well. There's loads of environmental stuff. So and like you got your focus bar and stuff like that. So like deceptively deep for what is effectively one button to hit.
Yeah.
But no, you could if you wanted just mash square and probably get away with it. But yeah, like I probably wouldn't. It's just fun to kind of channel them all together. Like this move you see now, which is great. This is brilliant, right? Off the wall.
Yeah, I like
flying like
a kind spear kind of
thing. Missile headbutt kind of thing. But then you can kind of, like, once you lock the ability, you're in the air and you spin them around, you smash them on the floor. There is a lot of really cool kind of combat things. Like, every combat encounter feels really satisfying.
Yeah.
Even if it's just taking down like 5 grunts.
Well, again, that's what made Arkham so good. You felt like Batman, you felt empowered, and it looks like they've done the same thing to Spider-Man.
And he's quite funny and cheeky as well, which I really like, because that is what I know Spider-Man as.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the boss battle and stuff, and you can throw stuff back at him. And this is just like, basically you do that. You kind of web him up. It was quite simple, but I mean, this was literally the first half hour.
Yeah.
And it's quite deadly. This is actually the second stage of the boss fight.
Okay.
I didn't want to show the first fight stage. Right.
Bit spoilery.
No, not really. I just felt that I wanted to keep the video to like a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I felt that wasn't as interesting to watch as the actual combat here is. But yeah, that's Spider-Man. It's out, I want to say,
September 7th.
Yeah, we've been the Zero Network, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.
Thanks, bye.
I was gonna say the same to you.